Good morning, all. So yesterday we discussed about operators, operator precedence and associativity. So these are the operator precedence table. So these are the operator precedence in Python. So first preference will be given to parenthesis, and next preference given to exponent. Okay. Next one, unary plus unary minus, bitwise not, multiplication, division, floor division, that means arithmetic operations. Okay. So highest priority in arithmetic operation, highest priority given to multiplication, division, floor division, modular division. Next priority, addition, binary subtraction. Right. So next priority, bitwise shift operators, that is left shift, right shift, and bitwise and bitwise or XOR and bitwise or. Next one, comparison operators, next precedence. So next one, identity and membership operators, and logical not, logical, and finally logical or. Okay, so these are the operator precedence in Python. So yesterday we already discussed this example. And associativity. Associativity means whenever the operators having same precedence, that means whenever the expression contains same operators existed, okay, same priority operators existed, then what we have to do? Okay, we can go for the associativity. So associativity, this property decides which operation is to be performed first. Okay, so which operation to be performed first. So associativity implies the direction of execution and is of two types. So left to right and right to left. Associativity follows two ways, one left to right and right to left. So left to right means we are starting from left side and moves towards to the right side. Okay, see this example. So 4 plus 6 minus 3 plus 2. Okay, so left to right. Okay, see this one. 4 plus 6 minus 3 plus 2. In the above example, all operators have the same precedence. So plus, minus, plus. So all are addition and subtraction. Okay. So which operation we have to do first? Okay. So left arithmetic operation follows the left to right associativity. See the example. 4 plus 6. So this one evaluated. First of all, this parenthesis can be evaluated. 4 plus 6, we got 10. And 10 minus 3. Next one, next subtraction we have to perform. 10 minus 3, we got 7. And perform addition. After that, perform addition. Okay, so this is left to right associativity. How we are how we are solving this expression means we are starting from left side and moves towards to the right side. So see the right to left. Okay, right to left, how we are performing right to left operation. So here we are taking assignment, simple assignment, x equal to y equal to z equal to value. You can give any value here. Okay, first of all, the value can be stored in z, and after that the resulted value, that means the stored value which is assigned to the expression y variable y, and that final the value which is available in the y, that can be stored on x. Okay, so we are starting from right side and moves towards to the left side. So this is right to left associativity, right? So these are the table. So first parenthesis having the highest priority. What is the associativity is left to right we are performing. While using parenthesis, we have to give associativity from left to right side, and exponent also having the right to left. Exponent having right to left. Multiplication, division, modulus, these all are having left to right, and addition and subtraction, bitwise, all are having left to right. See, up to these relational operators and bitwise operators also having following the associativity left to right. Okay. So logical knot. See the logical knot. So it follows the right to left associativity. Remaining all are following left to right associativity. Okay. So here exponent and logical knot. Only these two are follows the right to left associativity. Exponent and logical knot. Remaining all operators follows the left to right associativity. Okay. So this is an example for associativity. When operators of the same priority are found in an expression, precedence is given to the leftmost operator. So from this example, from this expression, first of all, we need to separate all the operators. So here used operators are multiplication, that means star plus floor division. Okay, so star and floor division having same priority. Okay. See this one, when same precedence. So 4 into 6 plus 8 divided 8 floor division 2. First of all, which one we have to compute? Okay. So as compared to the arithmetic expression follows the left to right, so that multiplication will be evaluated first time. So 4 into 6, first of all, we need to calculate 4 into 6. After that, floor division you need to perform 8 floor division 2. We got 4. And next we are adding these two numbers, 24 plus 4. So 24 plus 4, 28 you got. 28. Okay, so these are the example for, this is the example for associativity. How to solve the expression, right? So next one, so this is the topic of operator and operator precedence and associativity. So next topic is data types. Data types. Right. So next topic is data types. All of you wait a moment. Please wait a moment. Okay. Okay. So data types. So data types, we have these. These are for Python data types. These are Python data types: numeric, dictionary, Boolean, set, sequence types. Okay. First of all, see the numeric data types. We already know numeric data types: integer, float, complex number. Okay. Next data type is dictionary, Boolean, set. Sequence types are strings, list, tuple. Okay, so these are the Python data types. Numeric types. Already you know what is meant by integer, what is meant by float, and complex. So complex we can written in the form of x plus yj. Okay, so integer and floating points are separated by the presence or absence of a decimal point. Okay, how can you represent integer number? Here without a decimal point, integer comes with the absence of decimal point. Okay, 5 is For example, see 5 is an integer. 5.0 is, which is a floating point number, which presents with a decimal point. Okay. So next, complex number. How can you return complex number? We can return in the form of x plus yj form. See here, x plus yj form, where x is a real part and y is the imaginary part. Okay. So how can you use the so here we have two functions there, type and id. If you want to know the data type, the based on the value, if you want to know the type, okay, data type of the variable. For example, if you take a equal to 5, by using the type function we can know the which is int type, float type. Okay, so print of type of a, for example, a equal to 5, print of type of a. Type of a, if you want to know the type of variable a, you give instruction like this, so you can get the which type it is, integer type. So class int you get. Okay, so print id of a. Here id function, so what is the purpose of id function is to know the address of the variable. Okay, so address of the variable, if you want to know the address of the variable, use this function id of a. How can you write the instruction is print of id of a. id of a. So here a is the variable, a having the value 5. So the address of the variable a is this one. See this one. Okay. So this one, this address. Next one, integer. In mathematics, we know that an integer is a combination of positive number, negative number, including 0. Positive numbers, you know, plus numbers. Okay, plus 10, plus 20, plus 3, whatever it is. If you represent with the plus symbol before that number, that is, those all are treated as positive numbers, and negative numbers comes with the minus 10, minus 30, minus 40, and including 0 also. Okay, 0, you can take whole number. How can you write whole number? Minus suppose my 0 after positive numbers are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like that, and 0 before minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, and so on. So these are the integer numbers. Okay, so is here some examples for integer. For example, if you write 10 in shell, you can display as this number 10. If you take a long integer value 1220303, you can take same long integer and minus 87. Okay, so see the cell. Okay, so see this one, negative number. How can you print negative number? Minus 87. You can display same thing. Whenever you write you write numbers in shell, so same numbers can be displayed on the screen. Next one, int function. If you want to convert any data type, for example, if you take a float point value, so here 12.456 is the floating point value. If you want to convert this floating point value into integer type, you can use the int function. Okay, with int function, that converts a string or a number into whole number to integer only. So here you can give either floating point value or string value. So that floating point or string value can be converted into integer type because you are using the int function. Okay, int of, you can write you can take any value, either floating point value or string. For example, see this here, 123. We can return this number in single quotation. So this is not a decimal number. This whenever you represent within single quotation, so in single quotation, whatever you given, that can be treated as a string. Okay, so here 123 we can take as a string. So 123 can be displayed, right? So here 12.456, which is a floating point value. So you are converting this floating point value by using int function. You can get the integer value. So here, observe here, without the fractional part we got, without decimal point, after decimal points all are removed by using the int function. Only integer part we got 12. Here 12 is a integer part, right? So next one, numbers. How can you assign your values? How can you give the variables? For example, a equal to 10. So a equal to 10 means here decimal value we are going to assign to the variable a. Okay, for example, most programmers today, while writing the programs, use not only the decimal number, they also use the binary, hexadecimal, octal. Okay, you know binary number. Binary number come along with the base 2 representation, and hexadecimal come along with the base 16, octal base 8. Octal base 8. And in Python, we can represent these numbers by appropriately placing a prefix. So see this example. So number system, prefix and example. See this one. Here, decimal does not having the prefix. Directly you can assign the values to the variable. So b equal to 100. This is a decimal number. And see the binary. Binary having the prefix 0b or 0 small b. Please wait a moment. Any problem? Any problem you are facing? Any problem? Are you facing any problem? Screen share అవుతుంది అందరికి.
లేదు మేడం.
ఎస్ మ్యామ్.
స్క్రీన్ షేర్ అవుతుంది కదా?
వస్తుంది.
ఓకే. Okay. See this one, number system having decimal. First is the decimal, and decimal having no prefix. So directly you can assign the value b equal to 100. And next one, binary. Okay, binary, which is in the form of base 2, and used prefix are 0b or 0 capital B. Okay, so you see here, how can you assign a value, binary value? So here 0b is the binary prefix notation. So that you can use 0 small b or 0 capital B, and 1010 is the binary form. Okay, so what is the decimal value for this one? So decimal value is 10. Okay, so 1010, which is binary form of 10. So next one, octal. Octal prefix is octal having the prefix 0. So this is 0 and small o, or 0 and capital O. Okay, so first one 0 small o or 0 capital O. How can you assign the value? This is octal number. Octal number, it has 0 to 7 digits only. 0 to 7 digits only, and binary having only two values, 0 and 1. Octal having 7 digits. Sorry, 8 digits. Okay, 0 to 7. 8. Octal means 8. So 0 to 7 digits it have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you can, how to assign the value? How can you assign octal value? So based on this prefix 0 small o 310. So this is octal digits. Okay, 310. Next, hexadecimal. The prefix are 0 small x or 0 capital X. So examples, see the example, D equal to 0 small x 12C. Hexadecimal having 16 digits. So 0 to 9 are digits, and A to F are letters. Capital A, capital B, capital C, capital D, capital E, and capital F. So here A having the value 10, B having the value 11, C 12, and D 13, E 14, F 15. Okay, so you know the number system, how these digits, how can you write a hexadecimal form, you know. Okay, so in programmatic way, how we are assigning values to the variable. If you are taking binary variable, how you are assigning this binary value to variable. Okay, so same thing, octal also. How can you assign octal value to variable? Hexadecimal also. Use this prefix notation. So based on this notation, we can know. So this is octal value, and this is hexadecimal value, this is binary value, this is decimal number. Right? See the example. Okay, next one. How can you convert one function to other function? That means one base conversion to another base. That means if you take decimal value, if you want to convert this decimal value into binary, how can you convert in Python? How can you convert in Python? Okay, so here we have three built-in functions: binary, octal, hexadecimal. Okay, binary, oct, and hexadecimal. So first of all, see this one, binary. Binary of 15. So here observe 15 is a decimal point. We are converting this decimal point into binary. Okay, binary of 15. And what is the output for while conversion 0B, 15 having the binary as 4 ones. 4 ones. And see this one, second example. Binary of this one, octal number we are going to convert here. Octal number we are going to convert in binary. So we can get the output like this. Let me show in the example. In shell I will explain these things. Okay, see, binary of 15. Binary of 15. What you got here? 0B, 4 ones. Maybe you. Oh. Okay, so next one, see this one, octal number we are going to convert in binary form. So what you got here? So bin of octal form. This is 0, small o, 1, 2, 3. So this is octal one. 0, o is the prefix notation of octal. So 1, 2, 3 is the number. This can be converted into binary. How 0B, this is a binary form. So 0B we got. So 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1. So next one, see this one, binary 0x. So this is hexadecimal form because 0x notation there. Phase. How can you get? How can you convert? So binary by using the bin, bin. Okay, so you can convert hexadecimal form into binary. Okay, next, oct of 100. Oct of 100. So what you get? You are converting a decimal value into octal. Decimal value into octal. Okay, next you are so next one, convert binary value into convert this one. Okay, so parenthesis I left. See this one. So whenever you are going to convert binary into octal, the representation is 0. Observe here, representation is 0. So here 75 is the octal number. Same thing. Okay, you can perform hexadecimal, decimal into hexadecimal. Okay, So you can perform. See here. Hexadecimal also. So here decimal value can be converted into hexadecimal. So 0x E3E8. Okay, this is hexadecimal notation. So actually we taken 1000 as a decimal number. This can be converted into hexadecimal. So next binary to hexadecimal, octal to hexadecimal. Okay. Next one, floating point number. How can you write the floating point number? Actually it consists of whole number and decimal point and fractional part. Okay, the length of real number has infinite precision. Sometimes 16 digit it having the precision value is 16 digit in while representing floating point number. So floating point number can be written using a decimal notation or scientific notation. Okay, so by using decimal notation or scientific notation, it having the table. So this is decimal notation. 3.78 is the decimal notation. Okay, so scientific notation. How can you write the scientific notation? So 3.78 e means exponent e power 0. So meaning is 3.78 into, so e means 10 to the power of 0. Okay, 10 to the power of 0. So 37.8. How can you written scientific notation? 3.78 e power 1, because so point can be moved to the 7. Before 7 we moved. Before 7 we moved means 10 to the power of 1. You can multiply this one into 10 to the power of 1, then you get the, so you can get the 3.78 into 10 to the power of 1. You can get the 37.8 value. Okay, see this decimal notation 3780.0. How can you write in scientific notation? 3.78 e to the power of 3, because we moved 3 decimals, 3 places, 3 bit positions. Okay, 0, 8, 7. So here we moved, so 3 is there, so exponent 3, 10 to the power of 3. Okay, so 0.378. How can you write 3.78? Because we moved this position to here, so you can use -1, 10 to the power of -1. 3.78 into 10 to the power of -1. For example, if you have decimal notation like this, 0.00378, so 3.7, scientific notation is 3.78, because we moved this decimal to 3-bit position. So here e power -3. Take -3 because 0.0 is there. So meaning 3.78 into 10 to the power of -3. Okay, see the how this way we are representing floating point numbers either in decimal notation or scientific notation. So see the example, some examples for floating point numbers. So you can open the shell and try to execute these things. 3.7 E1. So what you got? 37.0, because e to the power of 1 means 3.7 into 10 to the power of 1. Okay, so 37.0. Next, if you write 3.7 as it is, you got 3.7 floating point. If you written like this, 3.7 into 10, you got 37.0. And next one, complex number. Complex number is a number that can be expressed in the form of a plus bj. A plus bj. Okay. So wait a moment, all of you, wait a moment. Right. So next one, complex number. A complex number is a number that can be expressed in the form of a plus bj. So here a and b are real numbers. See here a is a real number and j is the imaginary unit. Okay, so sample example. So you can write 2 plus 4j. Same thing you got in the shell. 2 plus 4j. Already you know how to write complex number. Okay, so a plus bj form, the complex number in the form of a plus bj. In mathematics we use I, but here in Python use j, not I. Okay, A plus BJ. Some of the examples. So if you write type of, if you want to know the complex, if it is a complex or int type, use the type function type of 2 plus 4j, which is a complex data type. So the class is complex data type. Okay, 9j. If you can give only imaginary part also. This is imaginary part 9j and this is real part. So 9j can be printed, displayed, and type of 9j. You can write type of 9j. You got the complex number, which is also complex number. And next one, Boolean type. A Boolean data type is represented in Python as a type bool. So it having only two values, true or false. Okay. So if you want to know the type of the bool, you just write type of true. Okay. True means so a true bool type, which is a bool type. Bool having only two values, true and false. If you enter false, then you can get the output also false. And if you want to know the type of false, so it is also what type of it is? Boolean data type, right? So these are numeric data types. And numeric data types are integer, float, complex, and Boolean is another data type. So